Hi, I'm Charles Curtis Tucker, and this is Allegory Mia Tucker and Carolina Sunshine Tucker, my two oldest children. This video is specifically to encourage high school level students to do the work. I have a lot of students that I work with that just don't think they need to do the work in high school. We were just discussing all the different scenarios of high school students and why they would think that way. There's all kinds of education on the internet. Florida Virtual School, I deal with a lot of Florida Virtual School students, and some of them are just blasting and doing two grade levels worth of classes within 12 or 15 months. I mean, they're like going through all the high school classes in 2.5 years online with Florida Virtual School. Flex. You can do that with Flex. Not full-time, but with Flex. You can't do it with full-time. I don't think. It would be super difficult to do it with full-time because that's the public school. Flex is homeschooling on your own schedule. But some other students at the other end of the spectrum are doing barely 2 classes, like 1 class, like driver's ed or guitar. And that's what they're doing while they're doing other things. When they're only doing 1 class over a 12-month period of time, and it's not even a main core class, language arts, math, social studies, or science. Some students are doing businesses. They're doing their own businesses online, or they're doing webinars, or like YouTube bloggers, yeah, vloggers and things like that. And they feel like, well, I'm making money. I'm all grown up. What do I need school for? What do I need to do classes for? Thinking, oh, well, I don't need to do any school classes, high school level classes. I don't need to have any transcripts that show anything. I'm already, recording music and making money. I know quite a few students that do that too, that are, athletes and musicians, artists, and at 15 years old, they're somewhat successful, and they don't really feel like they need to do high school level classes. I just see it as a big mistake. For me, I see at least part of the problem is being somewhat successful at a very young age, or another kind of avenue or another extreme is just refusing to do what your parents say. I don't have to do it. And parents really struggling, they won't do what I say. I can relate to that too. From both ways, from my parents listening to me years ago and me listening to them now. I can totally relate.
Maybe a little.
And I'm just saying, seriously, you want to think. I know it's really tough. You're teenagers, we
rule the world.
You're teenagers, and it's great, and there's a lot of freedom, and right now you have total freedom. But I really want to speak to the person that is telling their parents that they don't have to do anything that their parents say, that I don't have to do what you say, or I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, and just totally rebelling. I can relate. I can totally relate. I may be old, but I'm not feeble. I'm not senile. I remember how I was. And I see...
We've heard the stories. From his
mom.
From
all kinds of people. Not just me and my parents, but yeah. So it's not really...
Not today.
It's not really funny. I have a very diverse experiences. But
you went through high school and you graduated, and that gives you a lot more opportunities.
Well, and I'm trying to, I know the struggles, but it's different now because that was almost 30 years ago, and it's way different now with the internet. I mean, it's way different. 2007 being pivotal in all kinds of things of technology and everything being very different now in 2017. I just want you all to really do everything you can to develop every talent that you have and learn everything you can in every way, and respect your parents, and really consider them. This is one question that I've asked my children. If your child said this to you, imagine you're a parent and your child said, I don't have to do anything I don't want to, or I don't have to do what you say. And this is about your own well-being, learning and becoming smart in every way. I know many of you are way smart already, but we're just saying, this is the bottom line on that subject, really. What's on paper, I know, should not matter so much. And many times what's on paper is not really what's in your heart or your head. But if you don't have what's on paper, a lot of times people just, there's nothing here. Sorry, goodbye. And your business, your own business that you've started fails or whatever. You never know what's going to happen.
Or you don't get that job that you wanted, or you don't get that raise that.
Or another scenario is you get the job you wanted, but you actually don't know that the paper says you know things that you really don't know.
Or you don't
and
remember.
You get that job because of the paper, and they say a month later, I thought you knew programming, I thought you knew coding, and
What happened?
where's the project I told you to have for me? You're fired. So it's real important to learn as much as you can and go through it. The other thing that I was going to say, when Sonny brought that up, which is a really good point, the sad fact that I had to really deal with when I was a teenager, and I completely did not accept for the longest time, they'll always judge a book by the cover. It's sad and true. People judge a book by the cover, so to speak. Generally, most people. Those that don't, thank you. Because you can't judge a book by its cover. But most people do. So you have
Everybody does, without even knowing it.
Not everybody, but you have to, because of the general consensus, the general thinking and population, that you've got to make the cover look good. You've got to make them see what they think, so they will hear what you say and look at what you do. Because if they don't see a good cover, they aren't even going to open the book and read it, so to speak. They're not even going to look and listen if the cover's not really good. And I know that's sad, and the fact of the matter is once you get to a point where you've really shown what you are and what you know and all of that, then the cover can be however you want it. But right now, as you're starting out as a young adult and a teenager and moving into a young adulthood, you've really got to pay attention to learning all you can learn, and just, I'm not saying conform all the way. I never did. But you've got to work hard. You've got to be yourself, but you've got to work hard. And you've got to show. You've got to have something to show that you will work hard. And if you're not willing to work hard, and you're not willing to learn and do, then you're not going to really make it. You're not really going to make it unless it's given to you. If it's all given to you, fine. But we're talking about people
Congratulations
working.
if it's all given to you.
we're talking to you. So your parents worked hard and they gave it all to you. We're talking about and learning all you can learn and being all you can be, even if you don't join the Marines. You can be all you can be. You
Because
can
it'll
be
make you work
all
hard.
you can be, and join the Marines or not, but you can be all you can be. And I'm serious. You can do it. But you've got to put time and energy into it and not be slack and not be lazy.
And don't let people talk you out of it.
Yeah.
Don't let them tell you
exactly. Do not
anything.
Don't let people coerce you and convince you of anything except working hard and being yourself and being exactly the way you're supposed to be. So we're encouraging you to work hard and just be good, be your best, and
learn as much as you can. Make relationships with people who you know you'll learn from. And
surround yourself with good people.
From.
Yes.
And they'll want to teach you. They'll want to promote you and give you advice.
And when you're homeschooling, you can do that very well, because when you're homeschooling, you're not stuck in these classes that are required by the public school system that tell you who to be around. You can choose who you be around when you're homeschooling. That's a big advantage. Big advantage. You can choose who to be around and who to learn from and who to be with. And your parents love you more than anyone.
Yeah.
They do. Thanks for watching. And you can always get in touch with us. These young ladies here.
You want to get in touch with us? Feel free to get in touch with us.
They're actually checking the comments and let us know if we can help in any way. Questions, how we can improve, what's confusing, what you don't like, what you do like. Constructive criticism.
What kind of videos you guys want?
Constructive criticism is good. We like that. We don't mind being corrected. And please let us know.
We'll probably do a question and answer video sometime soon.